She stared at her reflection in the dark screen of her laptop, a stranger with tired eyes looking back. The woman she used to be, energetic, vibrant, full of life, seemed like a distant memory. Now she was just a mom, running on fumes, caught in an endless loop of school runs, work deadlines, and sleepless nights. Every morning felt like a battle she had already lost. Coffee was her only ally, but even that was starting to fail. She'd tried everything: supplements, fancy diets, even those expensive sleep-tracking apps. Nothing worked. The exhaustion was more than just physical. It was a heavy fog that clouded her mind and spirit. She was just surviving, not living. And as she looked at a family photo on her desk, a single, heartbreaking thought echoed in her mind. Her kids deserved a better mom than this. One evening, scrolling aimlessly, a peculiar ad caught her eye. It wasn't for a miracle pill or an extreme workout plan. It was for something called Dr. DayRise, and it promised to help her regain her energy with just a 10-minute daily habit. The name was a bit cheesy, but the promise was exactly what she needed. Skeptical but desperate, she clicked. What she found wasn't a product, but a story about a woman just like her. The website told the tale of a researcher who, after becoming a mother, hit the same wall of chronic fatigue. She had dedicated her career to studying cellular energy, but motherhood taught her that lab theories were no match for real-life exhaustion. She felt like a fraud, advising others on wellness while she could barely make it through the day. The story described her lowest point: falling asleep at a red light with her baby in the back seat. That terrifying moment was her wake-up call. She realized the conventional advice for busy moms, just sleep when the baby sleeps, or make time for self-care, was completely out of touch with reality. Who had time for an hour of yoga or a spa day? She needed something that could fit into the chaotic, unpredictable pockets of her day. So, she shifted her research, focusing on one simple question: what is the smallest possible action that can create the biggest impact on energy levels? This question led her down a path of exploring ancient traditions and modern neuroscience. She discovered that brief, targeted moments of specific mental and physical practices could trigger a cascade of positive biological responses, almost like flipping a switch in the body's energy system. Driven by this new purpose, the researcher developed a simple 10-minute routine. It wasn't about pushing through the exhaustion. It was about working with the body's natural rhythms. The routine combined a unique sequence of gentle movements, controlled breathing, and a specific focus technique designed to calm the nervous system and boost mitochondrial function, the tiny powerhouses inside our cells. She called this method Dr. DayRise, a nod to the feeling of a new beginning each morning. The website didn't try to sell a magic potion. Instead, it offered a free guide detailing the entire 10-minute habit. Intrigued, the mom downloaded it. The guide was surprisingly simple: no complicated jargon, no expensive equipment needed. It was just a series of steps to follow for 10 minutes every morning. The next day, she decided to give it a try. Waking up before her kids, she found a quiet corner in the living room. The first few days were tough. Her mind wandered, her body felt stiff, and the 10 minutes felt like an hour. She almost gave up, convinced it was just another gimmick. But on the fourth morning, something shifted. As she moved through the gentle stretches and focused on her breath, she felt a subtle warmth spread through her body. It wasn't a jolt of caffeine-fueled energy, but a quiet, steady hum. That day, she made it through the morning rush without feeling completely drained. She had a little more patience during the toddler tantrum over the wrong color socks. At work, she found herself focusing more easily, the usual brain fog lifting just enough for her to feel competent again. It was a small change, but it was real. Encouraged, she stuck with the habit. Each day, the 10-minute routine became easier, more natural. It became her anchor in the morning chaos, a moment of stillness just for her. The quiet hum of energy started to last longer, carrying her through the afternoon slump that used to be her daily downfall. She started to feel like herself again. The change wasn't just in her energy levels. Her mood improved. She found herself laughing more with her kids, genuinely present in their games instead of just observing from the sidelines. Her husband noticed the difference, commenting one evening that the spark was back in her eyes. The constant feeling of being overwhelmed began to recede, replaced by a sense of calm capability. She realized the Dr. DayRise habit wasn't just giving her energy, it was giving her back her life. One morning, about a month into her new routine, her curiosity got the better of her. Who was this mysterious Dr. DayRise? The website was anonymous, with no names or faces attached to the research. She started digging online, searching for any clues about the creator of this life-changing habit. Her search led her to obscure academic forums and old university websites. She pieced together a trail of research papers on cellular metabolism and stress response, all authored by a brilliant scientist who had suddenly vanished from the academic world a few years ago. The timeline matched perfectly with the story on the website. The more she dug, the stranger it became. The researcher's colleagues described her as fiercely private and dedicated. Then she found a cryptic blog post from a former lab assistant. It hinted that the researcher had made a discovery so profound, so simple, that it threatened the entire multi-billion-dollar wellness industry. The post claimed that powerful companies had tried to buy her research, and when she refused, they tried to discredit her. The blog ended abruptly, with a warning to anyone looking into her work. A chill ran down her spine. Was this simple 10-minute habit really that revolutionary? Her investigation led her to a startling realization. The researcher hadn't just disappeared. She had gone into hiding, creating Dr. DayRise as an anonymous gift to the world, a way to share her discovery without putting herself in danger. The simplicity of the method was its genius. It couldn't be patented or packaged into a pricey supplement. It was knowledge freely given. This discovery changed everything. The habit was no longer just a personal routine. It was an act of quiet rebellion. Every morning, as she performed her 10-minute ritual, she felt a connection to this brave, anonymous scientist. She was part of a silent movement of people taking back their energy and their lives from a system that profited from their exhaustion. She started sharing the free guide with other tired moms in her circle, not just as a wellness tip, but as a story of hope and empowerment. The effect was incredible. One by one, her friends reported the same subtle but profound shift. The quiet hum of energy was spreading. They were all becoming Dr. DayRise, reclaiming their mornings and their vitality, 10 minutes at a time. The real secret wasn't some complex biological trick. It was the empowering realization that the solution wasn't in a bottle or a program they had to buy. The power to change was already inside them, just waiting to be unlocked by a simple, consistent habit. And that was a truth no one could ever take away. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that empowers you to live your best life.